Ladies and gentlemen, dear all, it's a great pleasure to be here and to share with you with some thoughts and remarks concerning insurance sector and Insurtech. As you probably know, the Polish Association of Insurers has lately revised the report concerning the impact of the insurance undertakings on Polish economy. At the moment, the insurance undertaking stands for almost 2% of the GDP. My biggest wish is to be in the situation in which the insurance companies, insurance undertakings in Poland stands for more than 2%, for example, for 3 or 4%. And I hope that the cooperation with Insurtech will allow the insurance undertaking to enlarge its impact on the Polish economy. Having this great opportunity to be here and to discuss concerning the wishes, let me remind you that today is a special date. It's not only due to the fact that we are all here and we have the possibility to talk about fintechs and Insurtech and to shape the future of finance, but it's also the special date as we are having a holiday today, a holiday called Mikołajki, when everyone is expecting to get the present. That is why I would like to ask our guests whether they have been so nice to deliver you and deliver me with some presents. Just to be polite, as you all know, the presents are only for the people who are polite. I will start with Małgorzata. Małgorzata, could you please inform us whether you have been so kind to bring us any present? In fact, to inform us about your, it is Nationale-Nederlanden engagement in the area of the new technology, in the area of fintech and Insurtech. As far as I know, Nationale-Nederlanden is recognized as one of the leading company in the area of the so-called digitalization of insurance activity. Could you please tell something more about your last efforts with regard to the cooperation with Insurtech?
Yes, naturally. First of all, I'm very happy to work for insurance, which is a beautiful, beautiful business because it relates to human emotions around things that are very important for them. So having this pleasure to take care for things that are most important matters in people's life is really rewarding. And having said that, I should say that we are working with Insurtechs in 2 areas. So first of all, for those who already have a need of insurance, we are trying to really follow the trends that you were all being able to see on the stage or to be able to experience in your personal lives. So we are trying to make sure that the insurance experience is really a seamless effort and really generating the value added for a customer. And on the other hand, we are also looking to revolutionize our industry because as a traditional insurance, we managed to create a set of products that are satisfying needs of let's say, customers that were already matured some time ago. And now we have all the millenniums, the X and Y and Z generation, which has totally new expectation as to the providers and to the services that should be delivered. So we are looking how to make this product interesting for them. And I think that Insurtechs are in a very good position to help us to understand that.
Marat, have you brought us any gifts or present? It is good news with regard to the cooperation with Insurtech and fintechs.
Paweł, thanks for this provocative beginning. Actually, the sad fact of the matter is that I personally got no gifts today, which means that maybe I'm not the most reliable person to provide an educated and clever answer, especially knowing that at this stage There has been so much clever stuff already said today. Let me limit the introduction to the minimum and give you a concrete example of the business case that we will be launching as Grupa Europa in the coming days. We will be launching the first mobile app, especially designed for the protection of the smartphones. It's the first app definitely on the Polish market. Most probably it's the first app in general that will sell insurance through a very simple process with a very friendly customer experience. We can launch it only thanks to cooperation with our technological partner, I should say a startup, which is Nevretdinov, very good guys. Therefore, yes, that's the clear case. That's our answer to how we approach the change in the market. That is very clear. So the way the business was done in the past years is already the past. So we have to be very open, and that's what we are.
That's great to hear. Michał, you have been working for life insurance undertaking for many years. Now you are working for the other side of the insurance market for Insurtech. Could you please provide us with some information with regard to your latest and recent development?
I'm actually the one who does have a gift for many people present today. Yeah, indeed, as you mentioned, I switched sides from working for insurers to working at Insurtech company, helping insurers in their customer relationships and so on. Now the gift, what is the gift? It's very simple. Comparing to other financial industries, Insurtech today is almost non-existent, which means that there are plenty of opportunities for all people interested in finding good ways of improving how we perform insurance with Insurtech tools.
Yes, it's very important. As you all know, Poland is going to become the hub for fintechs and insurtechs, and in order to achieve that, there are many steps that must be performed. My personal opinion is that, it's based on my experience working for McKenzie, that the recent development of the Insurtech companies in Poland is much lower than in other jurisdictions. Could you please explain this phenomenon, why the Insurtech companies are not so big and not so visible in Poland as it is in other EU jurisdictions? Michał?
Well, I do believe that there are, first of all, economical reasons and regulatory reasons. If we take a look to the Western Europe, specifically British or Dutch markets, on those markets, the level of regulation basically killed traditional distribution of insurance, both in life and as well as in non-life. In Poland, unfortunately, and that's in brackets, the regulation is only catching up right now. So we still have very big, very well-developed distribution networks, which are based on agency sales forces. So therefore, for Polish insurance, I believe the incentive to basically drop existing model and concentrate fully on the new distribution models is not that easy. Basically, some companies in Western countries didn't have any choice. They have to look for the new ways of performing their business.
At the moment, the insurance undertakings in Poland are preparing for the implementation of this new directive on the distribution of insurance products. But to be honest, I used to say that with the good legal regulation, it's just like with the Nessie or with the Yeti. It is, everyone has heard about it, but unfortunately, no one has ever seen it. Marat, what is your point of view concerning last question?
Actually, coming back to your last but one questions, you very rightly said that the importance of the insurance industry in our country is still quite low, and this has its historical roots. The thing is that, yes, it's 2% of GDP, and it should be at least 5, 6, 7, depending on the country. And that's basically, that's the main reason why the level of insurtechs is a bit lower than in the Western countries. But what I do not agree completely with is that Insurtechs do not have any future in our country, or we do not have genius minds that can introduce something interesting to the market. It's not true, because having seen dozens of startups in Poland, I can say that the quality of thought, the openness of the minds of people is as good as in the Western world. The problem, though, is that it has to go hand in hand with the education of the potential customers. What Cezary Stypułkowski said an hour ago is that the banks want to be invisible. We, as an insurance industry, have a different goal. We have first to become visible in order to make sure that people really understand that insurance exists and that they need insurance. And only after that we can speak about further steps. So we are in a bit different situation than the banks.
Okay, thank you. Małgorzata, what is your point of view concerning this position of Insurtech in Poland?
I think I couldn't agree more with my colleague speakers. As long as we don't have a scale of the business in Poland, it will be pretty hard for the Insurtechs to grow a bigger scale, because making a business case on such a small scale is also very challenging. So I think the biggest challenge for now is to really find a way how to make an insurance product pull instead of push. I think it's a common saying that's the situation of the industry. So we really need to find what's important in customer lives to make sure that we respond to that correctly. Some time ago, it was, let's say, the house as a whole. Now, with all the generations, the smartphone is the center of life. And I would say that the traditional insurance is not covering this need. So we have to find ways to go to reach hearts and minds of our potential customers, and then we can grow scale on this one.
Okay, having in mind that business should always be first, and as Małgorzata said, business case is the most important factor that influence the activity of insurance undertaking. I would like to ask you, with regard, is it better to cooperate with Insurtech, or is it better to fight against Insurtech in order to maintain the, I can say, good position of the insurance undertaking on the insurance market? Marat, what is your point of view?
Paweł, you cannot fight with Insurtech because it's the future of the business. Something that we do not see yet, because we haven't reached the top of the mountain, so we cannot see the whole landscape that is after the top. In 5, 10, 15 years from now, the distribution methods, the sales channels, the back office activities will be completely different from what they are today. So you cannot fight with the guys that are building the future. Cooperate, yes. And in our case, for example, for the next year, we said that we want to launch at least two partnerships, at least two, with both in the sales area, in the distribution area, and in the back office area. But what's, I think, even more important is that we have to find a way to educate both parties, because there is history, hardware, underwriting knowledge, etc., on the side of the insurance companies that should be shared with the Insurtechs. And on the other hand, on the other side, you have agility, you have brains, you have technology, you have open minds, etc., And only if these two start to interlink, there is the future, and there is the business case for both parties.
I fully agree with what Marat has been so kind to say. Małgorzata, what is your point of view concerning cooperation, or is it better to fight against Insurtech?
Cooperation, I think it's obvious. I think also that requires a bit of more courage from the traditional insurance side, because we were originally risk-averse companies, which are very relying very much on the internal resources and internal knowledge, and opening to outsourcing of some processes or responsibilities is required actually to have a lift up on this Insurtech cooperation. So definitely cooperation, and we need to, as insurance, to get ready to do that actually.
The good news for all of us is that the insurance undertakings are open to cooperate with Insurtech. So let me wish that this cooperation will allow the insurance sector to generate more GDP. Having in mind this good news and this, I can say, gift for all of us, I would like to ask Michał about one important issue. We are here to consider how to create the financial, how to make Poland as a financial hub for the fintechs. What is your point of view? What should be done in order to make Poland is chosen by the fintech and Insurtech as its state of origin?
Well, I don't think that too much has to be done because it's already happening. I believe that Poland currently is already a very significant hub for all the different type of tech businesses, and I think fintech is already a big part of that. If you think about creativity, about adaptivity of Polish people, I do believe we are one of the best well-equipped nations to actually fill in the gap and create such a solutions which can be really exported from Poland to all of the different markets. And again, I don't believe that is by mistake that already so many investors are placing their outsourcing and fintech businesses in Poland.
Exactly. The good news is that the both sides are ready to cooperate, but the bad news is the clock is ticking and we will have to finish our discussion. So just to sum it up, Małgorzata, would you please be so kind to give us some final remarks concerning Insurtechs and insurance undertakings? Just
Yes,
briefly.
I think the key message from our discussion will be that we need Insurtechs to help us grow our business, to help us reach our new target segment customers, to make sure that we are able to actually grow the insurance business as such, because with having our business growing, also Insurtechs will have a better position to grow.
Michał?
Well, I would refer to what Małgorzata said in the beginning. Insurance is about selling emotions. Unfortunately, our emotions in insurance are not the positive one typically, because if you are buying mortgage, it's about positive emotions. You are buying new house. Insurance, the key challenge which we have to solve together is how to sell to customers difficult emotions.
And finally, Marat?
I'm planning to enjoy the coming 2 days because I think there will be plenty of interaction, and I hope that it will be very material, and I don't see any other choice for the industry than cooperating with the Insurtechs.
And just to summarize the discussion, I would say once again that my biggest wish is that thanks to the cooperation with Insurtech, in the next few years, the insurance undertaking and the insurance sector altogether will stand for more than 4 or 5% of GDP. Thank you for your attention, and let us wish you all the best.